This was the domestic love relationship story out of Las Vegas to where a player, little Lala, where hell, his little Lala done knocked off his daughter. And she's admitted to it. She is being held without bond. And she said a few things. Hold on. Oh, and they got audio.
The woman accused of stabbing the 3-year-old girl she was caring for told police she did it out of spite. That's according to the newly obtained arrest report. It says Marquetta Phillips had an on-again, off-again romantic.
And if y'all don't shout Marquetta Phillips out here for having her reel, you just need that thing lined up real quick. Shout it. You'll be back in the game, baby. It's nothing. Go ahead.
Marquetta Phillips had an on-again, off-again romantic relationship with the child's father. She was watching 3-year-old Journey while he was at work. Police say he came home to find Phillips covered in blood and Journey unresponsive in the bedroom.
That man was working, doing what a father's supposed to be out here doing, fathering and taking care of his baby. But go ahead.
Police say there were letters in the hallway leading into the bedroom, including a note that said, "Now we both have nothing." Phillips later admitted to killing the toddler, according to police, saying she snapped and did it to get back at the child's father.
She say she snapped and did it to get back at the father. Why would she be trying to get back at the father when the father is having her right at that moment watch the child and care for the child? What do you mean get back at him? So y'all got to be at least together, or he just trusted you to go ahead on to watch the baby at his crib because after he came back home is what they said. Go ahead.
Oh, this was not her first run-in with the law. New 911 audio sheds new light on the incident that led to Phillips being placed on a 72-hour mental health crisis hold. It's a process used if someone is suspected of being a danger to themselves or others.
It's a Baker Act, right?
But she's pretty much have these psychotic, like these breakdowns, and her body moves everywhere. You know, she's saying, I'm okay, but I'm just concerned.
Is she diagnosed with any mental illnesses?
I'm sorry?
Is she diagnosed with any mental illnesses?
I believe so.
Do you know what she has?
Okay. No. You need help. I'm making sure you're okay.
Phillips was in court this morning for the deadly stabbing. She's being held without bail. Her legal team waived a 15-day preliminary hearing, and she's expected back in court.
So, they want us to be kind of sympathetic. Oh, she was dealing with mental health issues. I don't believe that. Listen, I don't believe that right now. She said, I snapped to get back at him. And now we're going to use, because there was a previous incident to where it was a phone call saying, well, do she have mental illnesses? Now, why is they even act? Well, I guess they have to ask that question now, but y'all got to stop saying yeah. Y'all got to stop saying yes, she has a mental illness. But notice the phone caller lady, which is the 911 lady, she had asked for what was her diagnosis or something, but he didn't hear it at the time. And listen, y'all stop telling people that your little la or whoever got a mental problem and you do not know their diagnostics. You do not know what they have been diagnosed with. We got to stop giving that excuse out here in these doggone streets. She gonna say, oh, I snapped to get back to, but now I got a mental health problem? Shit. Watch this. He say that her body would just be moving around. Watch this.
But she's pretty much have these psychotic, like these breakdowns, and her body moves everywhere.
That. Like these breakdowns and her body moves everywhere. Let me explain something to you good people. Watch this. Have y'all ever heard a case of somebody having a mental problem, a mental health problem, and they had a breakdowns and their body move everywhere and they're by themselves? Have y'all ever heard of that right there happening? They had a breakdowns and their body just be moving everywhere like a psychotic break and they just go crazy while they by themselves with no audience. Have y'all ever saw that before? Have y'all ever even heard of that before?
You know, she's saying, I'm okay.
Explain something to you. Yeah, you keep having these psychotic breaks because you keep giving it attention is actually feeding the hunger inside of the person. I'm trying to help.
Hey, but I just
listen. Whenever somebody is around you is having seizures and shit, breakdowns, and their body's just moving, I'm gonna need if you just go ahead on and leave. Just go ahead on and walk on off. 9 times out of 10, they gonna stop. There's no audience. There's literally no audience. It is kind of like when we used to hear about people being possessed with demons and all that fly stuff. Have you ever heard of them people being possessed with demons and acting out and behaving in a way when there's no audience? You ain't never heard of that right there, huh? So it's kind of telling us that the mental health and the demonic person needs an audience to carry on in a mental health problem. Shout out to T. Lee for the $2 super chat. He said it sounds like the Holy Ghost. She probably was in the spirit.
I'm sorry. I'm
Is
making
she
sure.
diagnosed with any mental illnesses?
I'm sorry.
Is she diagnosed with any mental illnesses?
I believe so.
He said, I believe so. We got to stop that because this shit used to bouncing around and you being sympathetic to listen. You couldn't be in my goddamn house and you keep. What do you mean she keep having these breakdowns and and like her body be moving and shit. Boy, I was raised with a mom and a daddy. And who? You done scared the hell out of me. See, y'all in Vegas. I'm in Florida. You go to spazzing out and all that shit right there and your body just moving. Your body moving and you not moving. You gotta get the hell on from around me. No, this shit sound like a setup to me. I promise you, you might fall and bust the side of your head. Now you're bleeding everywhere. You might get on the phone, call the police. He done hit me. Oh no, you got to go. You got to get on from around. Listen a little bit. If you can't control you and the woman inside of you, you got to get on from around me. You got to go, sugar.
Do you know what she has?
Okay, no.
She say, you know what she have? She had a problem. Hell, she gonna need an Uber.
No, you need help. I'm making sure you're okay.
Phillips was in court this morning for the deadly stabbing. She's being held without bail. Her legal team waived a 15-day preliminary hearing, and she's expected back in court.
That's a good question right there. So I'm wondering, the phone call, was it the baby daddy? Well, was it her boyfriend who was the father of the 3-year-old? And if it was, you just pointed out a good thing. And he left his baby with her. Sometimes you just ain't got nobody to watch the children. You gotta leave him with this bitch who body be moving but she ain't moving. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do what we gotta do sometimes with these children, right? I don't understand, man. But I promise you, something about her good. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much on you.